Evening, gents. Good evening, gents.
Evening.
Evening.
I hope.
I think we've still got quite a few people joining the server, but you know what? We'll go through the announcements anyway because it is time. So just a couple of quick announcements from me. Firstly, the mission for this weekend is up. It's in the forums. Please sign up for it because there is likely to be very high demand. This one is by Stabcon, part of our member November, and it's looking like an excellent mission again. So really looking forward to this. She's got some great stuff lined up for us this Sunday. So please make sure you are signing up in plenty of time there to avoid disappointment. Secondly, just an update to the Unsung Hero Awards from last week. I've got a couple of new ribbons for them. Massive thank you to Elements for designing these for me. He's actually designed me two, so what I've done is I've split the award into an Unsung Hero and an Unsung Hero Merit Award. So we've got two Unsung Hero Awards, or two different varieties now within the forums. I thought they were both so excellent, I didn't want to throw either of them away. So just to update you, Ninja Fox has the original Unsung Hero Award, and the Unsung Hero Merit Award is going to Gus for his work in the back end of the forums, because the amount of work he puts in back there that you guys probably don't see is just outstanding. So those are going to be the two awards. They will go into the forum some point this week, and I'll make sure they are pinned to your profiles. But thanks again, guys. Lastly, there's a leaders meeting after training today in the meeting room, straight after training. This is for anyone that is in the leaders group. Also acting leaders as well. So Zezek, you're an acting leader, you're more than welcome to join. And if there's a platoon medic here available afterwards, you're also welcome to join, because I've got a couple of questions as well. That, I think, is it from me, so I'm going to hand over to the other sections. I'll start with Gambler.
Hey guys. Yep, one announcement from me. Might not be Gambler, but more like development team. I already posted it on the forums. We are gonna update our modpack real soon. Can the guys northeast hear me?
Yeah, I don't wanna, but I can.
Let me go and stand right in front of Greenie.
God damn.
Now, as I was saying, we're gonna update our modpack real soon. If there are any bugs that aren't mentioned on the forum, please let me know, and then I'll try and fix it before the update. And otherwise, it will be for the next update in January or February. The update will probably be in a week or two. Again, it will only be update of our mods, just to bring us back to the latest versions of everything, and fixing some minor bugs while doing so. But once it's ready and done, we'll try out a few posts in the forums and we'll let you know. And that's it from me.
Copy that. Thank you, Helios. Specialist Private Pete. Talon.
For Talon, no message from me tonight.
Copy that. And Sergeant Chris, Vegas.
Yeah, just a last reminder that Vegas selection will be closing soon, so if you're interested in applying, give me or Caesar a message.
Yeah, copy that. Vegas is still open. There's posts on the forums about how you can apply and how you can be released from your current squad as well. So make sure you read that and send me a DM if you're interested. Right, that's it. Have a great training. We'll meet back here at 10 to 9 for a debrief. Gambler, you're with me tonight. We're doing some CQB. Have a great training, and we'll see you in a couple of hours. Alright, Gambler on me.
Talon on me. Over to the spawning thing.
For the gambler recruits and reserved without a squad, find Lieutenant Tay. He will find the squad for you. For the recruits doing BCT, move on me.
Sorry, who am I with?
Yeah, like I said, find Lieutenant Tay, he'll sort it out for you.
Okay, thanks.
Alright, see how many numbers we've got today.
I
Arrow.
have him.
You already got them?
Yeah, come on.
we got a full squad of 9.
Neck. But close enough though. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, we
Ashley?
could get 1 full squad.
Hello.
You're with Dasek tonight. Stepcon is your squad leader.
Okay.
Hot Spike, Van Beck. You are with Blade, Fluffy.
Copy.
Okay.
Maring, you are with Cutlass, Sesek.
Roger.
Did I forget anyone? No one jumps, no one yells. Put
all
in my
good.
book.
If anyone knows how to jump in this game, that'd be great.
V while running? I think.
Oh, it's not the same.
No. Alright,
Space.
Sergeant Stab, have you got a team of 9 now?
We have 7.
Has anyone got 9? No. Anyone got 8?
We'll do if that recruit joins us. But apparently he's loading in. Does he need to go through BCG as well, Tay?
Well, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Copy.
Stab, who are you missing from your squad? What roles?
We are missing Shepherd, Bob, the medic, LAT, and someone help me out. Who else?
Engineer.
Talia, yeah, sorry.
You got a ton of recruits. Alright, who's got 7?
Aaron.
Dusek and Arrow.
Alright, who are you missing role wise?
Dusek's missing medic, LAT, and engineer.
Arrow, who are you missing role wise?
Engineer 1 AUR.
Engineer and 1 AUR. Okay, that's not too bad. Alright, so we're going to move out to another location. We're going to do some CQB training today. So Stab, I think, has put down some nice trucks, so that's what we're going to use. So Tay, if you could get us all readied up and to grid 140184, keypad 9.
Well, I hope you wrote down that grid.
I'm sure
Guys,
someone did.
let's get those trucks.
180149.
A, B, C, D, so left to right.
What?
Left
No,
squad,
no.
left truck is better.
140189.
Tay, you've got a bad back.
Don't confuse me, for the love of God.
You're leaning.
What's with the leaning?
That's okay. I have a bad back. Will,
Alright, guys, truck on the right.
Radio.
Yeah.
Will, he's gone.
Yo.
See if you can leave your previous group and then join on us.
Dirty check will be with you, so as soon as he loads in, grab him.
Copy that.
Hot spike, relay check, 343, channel 2.
Lima Charlie, hotspot.
Copy that. If there's already a squad in there, then take the next one along.
Okay, it's official. There's something wrong with this cockpit.
Someone who wants to drive.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I tend to forget that left and right is difficult just for some people.
Oh no. Good evening. Good evening.
Guess I have to fire up a spy satellite and get accurate grids then for those trucks.
There's nothing wrong with this armor plate.
Hey, listen, just do me a favor and drive for us.
Wait,
Can I
we
spot
all-
up? Helmets on.
Left to right.
Excuse me?
Who's driving? Left to right.
Stop what? Radio.
Yeah.
That was sometime around the
Those are what the hell was that
14980
noise?
grids.
Right, boys from AB, just do radio
Continue
checks.
making excuses.
I swear every week those your voice gets worse and worse.
Roger, okay.
Yes.
It's all the cigarettes.
That's loud.
Roger, okay. Name John.
Alright,
Let's get in the truck.
yeah, just jump in for now. Just jump in for now, we'll sort it out later
Avalanche, try
on.
that again.
Yeah, second.
Worst case, we just reload and resist spot. That's all.
This one.
I think
Is
someone
someone
was
driving?
calling me, but I can't hear
Name
anything
John.
over everyone else.
J343 channel 4 radio check.
Yeah, what's up?
Just give me a radio check once right, channel 1.
Name Charlie.
Nothing's wrong with my eyes.
Hash 343 radio check.
Name Charlie.
Hey there, dirty check. You're with Arrow.
Yo, I heard
Leftmost squad. Leftmost
Right,
truck.
Is it white?
Dirty
Scooby
Jack,
Dan.
you should be able to hear us over 343 channel 1, so yeah.
Locked her in the vehicle, walk right please.
Awesome. Right.
Gambler, this is Dusak. Radio check over.
Take a screenshot and send
Gonna
it to
leave
me.
my Charlie.
on
One Venice and
Hello, guys.
Yeah, dude.
What did you say?
There's a 148 for you in the vehicle.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting and see if the recruit AHM connects. He has done BCT, and in that case we can fill up a vehicle. Awesome. Then please fix that.
Fill up a squad.
you were driving.
Yeah, fill up a squad.
Yeah, if we could have one 9-man squad, that'd be great.
Yeah, exactly. Arrow Dasek, how many people do you guys have now?
This is Dusak 7.
This is our 8.
Copy, we have one recruit loading in, he was done BCT. We'll put him with Arrow, have 9 men in there. Just give me a second. All squads, make sure you have a driver, please. Learning from our
Copy
lessons
that.
here.
I hope we have a driver.
Yeah, in German
course we
circuit, I think.
Guys, how do you set your radio again?
I think can might not be the operative word here.
Dasek, start lining up the vehicle on the eastern exit or northeastern exit.
Mozzie, take us to the gate, dude.
Dasek copies.
Slide.
Guys, what channel should I set my radio to?
It's channel 3, Marine.
Excuse me?
Channel 3.
Or how do I do that again?
I think the default is Control Alt Caps Lock.
How about receiving?
Oh, thanks. Channel 3, right.
There we go. Solid copy, Gambler, understood. Move out when ready.
Go to your menu. Your radar control. Delete everything for a minute. Yeah, they're talking to my ear. So, menu. Find your
Convoy, nothing.
All out.
That lovely fourth frame.
Not to worry. In that case, let's just leave it back to that location. Box there, don't we? You're going to need to do it this way. 140.
Caught up again.
Just a bit of field box in it. It's starting to
Yeah,
200
meters south. No, it does that come
Well, that's what happens when everyone starts reading concrete. Of course. Oh.
Alright, Gambler, we're about 200 meters south. Just follow Dusak. Grid 140.
All out again.
Oh, keypad 9. Keypad 9 is cheating. Oh, that's me.
That was on me. Maring, join blue team.
Wilhelm?
Gamble, we've had our 9-man turn up. You might want to put AHM squad.
Wilhelm?
Always so you're going to get it.
Wilhelm?
Yo.
Where do you want to put the recruit? Charlie or Delta?
Doing command. Shocking. The joint repel to red.
I think this is pretty much everyone. I know Gambler is just en route with a couple of extras.
This is almost photo op good.
Oh, hey Dave.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Is everyone here?
Yeah.
Sweet, okay. If you're a grenadier, there's a box here with flashbangs in it, so grab yourself another like 2 or 3 flashbangs each. I can't remember how many's in there yet, but
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Already
grab
in the
yourself
meantime,
some flashbangs.
T-Dog, that's you.
On the end of Sundays.
Yeah, I know, right?
AHM. Still not sure how to call you, but I'm sticking with that. Find Stefcon, you join Dusak. It's a lovely voice at the end of the line to the west.
Dusak, find who? Sorry.
Stefcon. Stefcon, give it a go. Yeah.
Alright.
Pointing my finger at you.
Hey.
Hello
Oh,
guys.
yeah, ask am I ready?
Fluffy.
Just join on my group sec.
Absolutely.
That will do.
Like you, Ash.
Done? Oh. So I think most of us probably got 9 members now.
Cool. If you
Close enough
thing
ish.
as well, and then just
Close
call
enough
it.
ish.
Right away.
My 9th could use a teleport.
But car.
Yeah, he's
I don't
driving
I
again
don't know.
now.
Oh, is he
Okay.
driving? Oh, that's fine.
If he's driving, he'll be here soon.
It's not that
Alright.
far.
So today we're going to do some CQB stuff. We're going to do some. We'll start off with a little bit of mount. So we're going to be moving. We're going to go into more details of movement, I think, on another week. I was going to do it all in one, but I think CQB, how we're going to approach assault, clear, and move on from a building is probably going to be enough for this training session. And since that's going to be the majority of it, and I think one thing we struggle on a bit, we're going to do that. But maybe next week or the week after, we're going to expand on this with how we move in an urban terrain, how we spot and clear mines as a squad and as a section, and hopefully we'll bring this all together for one large training where we do a nice clearance of town, including IDs, including all this good stuff. So today we're just going to go for a very quick movement, and then we're going to go on to CQB. So grab my map. Right, so we're going to have a target building today that we're going to approach and then clear. So let me grab some red. Everyone see that red circle to the north? No. Global channel. How about now?
Nope.
Nope.
Which is because we don't have global, so...
Global channel doesn't work. That's the one there. Does direct work?
No.
Yes. Hey.
Does it? Oh yeah. See, there we go.
No.
It just make sure you switch to direct, and it's the factory to our northeast.
Okay, so that's going to be our target building today. That's the one we're going to approach to, and we are going to clear. So the first thing we're going to have to do is get there, and we're going to do that by going through some of these backlinks. And I'm going to ask a 9-man squad to do this. So I don't know who's a 9-man squad now because I've completely lost track. But
Arrow.
What we're going to do, Arrow, fine. So what we're going to do is I'm going to draw a little route that I want you to take, Arrow.
On foot?
On foot, yep. And I want you to approach this like you would a hostile environment. So this is the route I want you to take. It's a back route. I want you to make sure that your teams are set and you're moving like you normally would. I think I've seen you guys do this, so you're pretty good at this.
I hope you can see it because I can't see what you're marking right now.
Squad leader, can you see? Bill, you're really quiet.
Need to switch it direct chat.
Sorry, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, cool. Copy.
Copy that.
Alright, so the first thing to really think about within kind of CQB or an environment like this is how we're going to move and how we're going to set up our squad. So the first thing we'll do when we look at a mission and we're coming into a Sunday operation is to make sure you pick your squads correctly, especially if you're short men. It's imperative that you have especially a grenadier and an anti-tank, just so your squad is mobile. You're not going to get bogged down. You can deal with mines, you can deal with light armor without having to rely on anyone else. That's a major thing. And I know there's an argument that automatic rifleman is life, and they'll teach you that in the army, but actually it's kind of different in this virtual environment where you don't necessarily always have someone completely on hand that can take out armor in an instant. So it's very easy for a virtual squad to get bogged down in an urban environment by a single piece of armor that you just can't deal with, and then we are moving other squads around to try and deal with it with anti-tank launchers, and this person hasn't got one, that person hasn't got one. It just slows down, and a 5-minute move turns into a 20-minute move. So make sure you're picking the correct squads. Make sure you're picking the correct infantry roles to be in your squad for any given environment. In an environment like this, or in any environment, you want to be there, but assault squad should be prioritised fairly heavily as well. So we do offer some flexibility within our squads, but generally the assault squad is going to be your 2IC. It's going to be led by your 2IC. He's your micromanager. He's the one that's going to really be the infantry moving force within your squad. It's going to include the grenadier, the anti-tank, the engineer, and one of your automatic riflemen. Your support squad, your secondary squad, is going to be led by your squad leader. It's going to include your second automatic rifleman, the marksman, and the medic. Now these are flexible. They are flexible roles, especially, well, in my opinion, the medic and the second automatic rifleman. So you might want to, especially in an environment like this, if you're going to be moving one squad and then another squad, you might want to change the medic and the automatic rifleman around. So you have 2 automatic riflemen in the support squad able to lock down an area, and you have the medic in the assault squad as it moves in. That is up to you, but it can be very helpful to be able to do that. Make sure your grenadier is always in your assault squad, because he's going to be your lead man, he's going to be your point man, he's the one with mine detector, and he's going to be your pathfinder through wherever you're going to go on any operation. So he's a really important key role in any operation, but especially in built up operations and clearances. So that's 2 squads. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to move up this road. Arrow, you're going to take the lead on this one. Everyone else, we're just going to walk behind and watch how they do it. But Arrow, just make sure if you can take it down to basics, so one team move, then the other team move, rather than the slick movement that I know you can do. But if you push on the assault team to hold, push up the support team, make sure your ARs are locking down large streets and covering for the assault team to move on to the next location. Caterpillar.
Copy that.
Alright, so we're going to watch Vil and his team do this. We're going to point out anything that he does wrong. Sorry, Vil.
No,
And,
no offense taken. I'm still rusty.
He's going to show us how it's done. So, remember, as a squad lead, you're just going to ask your 2IC to get you to that location. 2IC, you're the man that's going to really push the squad through. You're going to be the one asking your people to go where you want them, to move your individual pieces around. If you want an AUR on a certain corner to hold down a street, you're the one that's going to be doing that.
Alright.
Any questions?
What point do we start? As in, do we start when we hit the alleyway, or do we start when we hit the road?
You can start. You can say that main road that you're going to cross. Let's have that as the initial point. So down the alleyway and across. So as soon as you cross that main road, you can start into your CQB or mount movement.
Copy that. Right, blue team to start taking up positions on that right-hand corner. One cover down the yellow road both ways, and also cover down that main street. Move.
Alright,
Red
this
team.
Sorry, Phil, you carry on.
Red team, we're not yet considered part of the situation, but once we move past, consider yourself an active combat zone.
Tell me, which is your support and which is your assault team? Is it red assault or red support?
Red assault. So I've moved the support team up because I want assault team to push further down.
Copy.
So yeah, that's one. So I want support team to set up covering the road first before I push red team across the road.
You can switch to channel 1 on 343.
Yeah, good plan. Everyone switch to channel 1 or your 343, and we'll just walk with them. They're going to do commands and they're going to go through their process, but we're going to have a look and see how they do it. Especially take note of how they cut off main roads with the AUR, so that infantry cannot flank or get past. It's an excellent way to cut off a town in two, basically. Very powerful.
One of the riflemen on the pretend he's an AUR.
Copy that. Have you got both your AURs on the blue team, or you got one of mine?
No, one of them. We've got a recruit, so we don't have an AUR.
Okay.
Right, red team, let's cross the road. Blue team cover. Spread out, every angle. Red team set, blue team move. Healing. Blue cross. Cross.
Are we red or blue?
Now I know we've all done this before, but it is worth paying attention to other people and how they do it, because you can forget when you're doing it yourself.
Red, push up.
Just make sure you're
Copy, pushing up.
your guys to take it slow, take it easy, corner to corner, all that kind of stuff. There's nothing that will kill you faster than moving too quickly in an environment like this. Grenadier always up front, always leading the way. As soon as the Grenadier holds a corner, the AUR takes that corner, locks it down, and then the Grenadier moves on. Nice work by Mr. Two-Face here. He's being rear guard.
Blue, I'm going to truck cover your advance. Truck is one.
As well, but smoke is an excellent thing in any dark environment.
Moving.
Closing. Last man.
Copy. Crossing. Last man, clear. Right, push on blue, push on. Phase, keep on back. I'm watching back. Oh my god, there's a huge ton of infantry.
Notice how Wilhelm is actually going to keep himself relatively out of the danger zone. He's actually last man here. The rest of his team is pushing on. His 2IC is doing a lot of micromanagement. Gives him time to keep looking at the map as well and plan how he's going to make his next assault.
Two-phase, move forward a bit.
Moving forward.
Keep covering rear once you're here.
Also, by the way, I'm glad I haven't lost my smoke tossing skills.
That would be embarrassing.
It would, it would. I was half expecting it to bounce back in my face.
There's nothing worse than a smoke
Blue set.
at your feet.
Copy that, red.
I wanted it just there. That's what I meant for it. So a really nice use of covering both sides of this gap. First man across, make sure he looks at both ways as well in case there's some horrible guy behind one of these walls.
Straight into the compound, red. Red set, blue pull across to us.
Blue cross.
Crossing. Wait, covering. Go back.
Crossing. Cross.
Blue, once you're inside, take up positions with red. Red, push on once blue are in position.
Cross the last.
Yep.
Cross it.
Crossing.
Last man's clear. You can take your spot jump.
Copy that, red, move.
Yeah, good. Alright, Arrow, nice work. Collapsing on me again.
The last one, guys, was a bit of fun just to see if you guys could do it.
It's nice having a 9-man squad because it makes movement like this very easy. If it sounds like 5, then you know, transferring yourself through somewhere like this is just a friggin' nightmare. So really nice work. It looked nice and tight, covering all the corners, nice and slow. There's no rush to get through places like this, and if command is pushing you, make sure you're telling them that it's a crappy environment, and if you push hard you're going to take casualties. That doesn't mean that Tay's not going to tell you to push anyway, but at least he knows it's on him. Any questions about that piece of movement? Like I say, we will go into more detail this next week, I think. Nah, you've all done this before, it's a piece of cake. Alright, so we're going to do some CQB. What we're going to do is we're going to isolate the house that is just north of us. We're going to use Arrow again, since they have a 9-man squad. So we're going to isolate the house, and then we're going to do a correct procedure of how to stack up and clear that house. So what we're going to do is Phil's going to push his assault team on to capture this area. That is going to be our base of fire. So as soon as the support team is, as soon as the assault team has captured that, the support team is going to move up. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and isolate this building. So we're going to try and isolate this building. So what we're going to do with the support team is we're going to push out a automatic rifleman to here. Should give us a really nice view of this side. We're going to have a second automatic rifleman here. We should have a pretty decent view of the windows of the house and able to suppress. Then we're going to stick the marksman here. Again, should have a good view of the windows. And finally, we're going to put the squad leader somewhere around here. Hopefully he's got a view out this way. So by doing this, the support team should have locked down both sides of the building. Here and here. And it should be relatively in cover. So the guy here, he might not be in cover, but it's a ruined building, so if he gets down low, I think he's going to be protected from anything over here, and he's just going to be able to see that. So that's the plan. Assault team moves up and takes the area just outside the building. Support team moves up and then isolates the building. So Vil, can you execute that for me?
Yep, 1 second. Jonas, swap. Dirty Jack. Oh, sorry, yeah, Jonas, swap blue.
Shadow is.
You got the cable?
Shadow is medic.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shadow
that's
medic.
fine. Yeah, Shadow, swap red.
Copy.
Chris, you back?
Yeah, doesn't mean I missed breathing because my headset
That's
suddenly died.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. You take assault team, move up, secure the cargo houses, or cargo containers, just straight up ahead there. Then going to bring blue team up and set them up in kind of enfielding. Can never pronounce that word. In different positions of fire in the buildings around, just those kind of ruined buildings out there. Once that's done, red team stack up on the doors and breach in.
No stack on the doors, just take the area.
Oh, okay.
We'll do stacking procedure.
Alright.
Okay.
Blue team, let's set up on some of these walls, bricks, walls over east as well.
Remember your spacing, guys. Right, red team, when you're ready, Chris, take him out. Copy, red team moving. Pushing in secure cargo buildings. Pushing in. Right, clear. Left clear. Alright, set up and overwatch the building to the north. No guys, we'll push in, and then we'll start setting up. Right, there's too many fields of fire for what I had originally planned, too many options. Jonas, move with Painmace, move to Jonas, move and set up in that ruined building. Two-Face, take a place where you can overwatch. Painmace, take to a point where you can see the back of the building if you can. Don't push too far. Right, red team, when you're ready. Red team moving, on me. Hold.
Enemies are going to poke their heads up out that window. I can't put suppressor fire on there in order to get the coverage I want.
It looks pretty good to me. You've got a machine gunner out on the right flank. He is covering what looks like the entire right side, which is great. Where's your second AUR?
Don't have a second AUR.
Where would he be if you did have one?
He would probably be here because I can't get guys smaller than pairs really. So,
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's good if you've got two on your support team. You have one locking down one side. You can have the second looking at the window so they can suppress. Now they're probably not going to be able to suppress the ground floor, but they can definitely suppress the second floor if there's any enemies up there. So it's definitely worth making sure you have one AUR available for that. The marksman is very good at locking down a second side. But that's really what you want to be doing with your support team. That's what your support team is thinking about as you move into where your assault team is. You want to make sure you're locking down as much of this building as you can, especially if you're attacking a like this. You want to make sure that the left and right sides, that no one's going to be able to sneak up to that. But we can't isolate the building completely, especially if we're moving forwards. We're not going to be doing a compound assault like that. It would be ideal if we could. But the problem with moving a man too far around is you get them isolated. At least if you keep compact, relatively like this, your four-man support team can lock down most of the sides of the building, your assault team can move in, and you don't have a man that's not at least being covered by one other man. So as a squad leader, when you move in, that is going to be your thoughts of any CQB, is how to approach the building, how do I sterilise as many sides as I can, how can I make my assault team approach as effective as possible. So that's a pretty good setup. So the assault team is moving in. They are going to assault the right side. So what we're going to do is we're going to push up, and I'm going to do some stacking procedures. So if everyone wants to come up to this front door.
Can blue team see?
Yeah, pull up.
Alright, it's an open front door. I thought it was going to be a closed front door. Oh well.
I was sure it wasn't open when we arrived.
I didn't think it was either.
I did hear an opening door sound earlier.
So
Sure if it
we'll
came from
close
this.
it. It doesn't matter if it's open or closed. Maybe someone run through it. I don't know. So assault team, as they pull up, they will be making sure that they keep low. They'll be checking windows as they move towards an entrance. In this case, it is going to be this entrance here that we're going to stack up against. As you move through, just remember, especially with leaders, just move with deliberation. Don't move in a haphazard way. Don't use excessive speed. Don't overextend. That is the biggest killer, especially within RG at the moment. We overextend on operations like this. We get isolated, get one squad isolated, possibly split in two, and then we take a lot of casualties. So make sure you don't overextend, especially as a squad leader, or probably more important as a 2IC, because you're trying to keep your squads together, and you're probably going to be the lead man. Machine gun is really very important on any operation. Making sure you can sterilise a side or an alleyway. You can really cut a town or a road in half by just sticking a single AUR on it. It can be really effective. Smoke is incredibly effective at approaching and also disengaging. And when we assault a building like this, make sure you don't commit more than a single fire team to the clearance of the building. Make sure you've got one fire team outside providing cover fire, and one fire team inside doing the clearance, especially if you've got a two-story building like this where a second fire team can easily suppress the top floor if they need to. Communication is key, so if you're the assaulting team, you know there's someone up there, get them to suppress it and make sure you ask them to see fire as you take the steps. Alright, so we're going to set up for a breach. What we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of different stacks. What we're going to do is someone open that door again?
I think outside the building may be haunted.
Yeah. Maybe it's the wind.
It's a snake.
That is a spooky one. Okay.
I'm not even kidding, it was actually a snake.
It was a snake that opened the door. That is a clever snake. Damn it. Alright, so we're going to say that this door is open in that case, so the approach isn't very good, but screw it, we'll use it. So if you've got a closed door, you could do a split stack. Because it's an open door, what we're going to do, we're going to stack all on one side. It's going to be not exactly ideal because you're coming in from a funny angle anyway, but what we'll do is we're going to stack the entire support team coming in, assault team rather coming in. So we're going to have one man go left, he's going to check the windows, see if there's anyone inside, and then we're going to have two stack up on the door on the left hand side. Phil, can you put two in?
Breacher, tower, shutter.
So make sure your grenadier is your point man, he's the one that's going to be leading the assault.
Breacher, that means you
So
go
we should
by
move
the
in.
door.
Oh. Whoever wants to hold the window, it's up to you. And so
Shadow,
Breacher
away
is
from
by
the
the door, and then a Shadow, if
Shadow
you're
behind Breacher.
second man, you go behind Breacher, exactly correct. Make sure you are crouched, make sure you're looking at Breacher, because you're going to be second man in. Alright, so this is going to be our stack. So this is a open door stack, where he's just on one side. If you come to a door and it's open, there's no point in doing a split stack where you'd have a guy on the second side, because you'd have to cross the open door to get there, so there's just no point in doing that. So if it's a closed door, you can do a split stack. If it's an open door, you can just do a normal stack. Don't put yourself at extra risk if you don't need to. So what we're going to do is we're going to breach in. It is going to be led by the Grenadier. In this case, it is going to be Breacher. And what he's going to do is, he is going to, unless he's told by his 2IC, he is going to... who is shooting who? Damn radio.
Blame me, bro.
Oh yeah, BCT. Wish I could turn that off. So Breacher is the one who's going to denote the tactics for going in. So he's the one who's going to tell whoever's behind him which tactics he wants. There's two entry tactics you could use. One is the hook and one is the cross, depending on how he's going to enter the room. So a hook for Breacher, if he enters, will peel to the side he is going. So in this case, he would go left into the room, and his man on the other side would do the opposite. He would do a cross, so he would cross the door. So Breacher would go left and Shadow would go right. So first man does a hook, second man does a cross. On a stack, you do the same tactic. So on a stack, Breacher would do a hook, and Shadow would be on the other side. He would also do a hook. So again, they would go opposite directions. So Breacher would go left, Shadow would go right. So depending on your stack, depends on your tactics for going in. And Breacher will basically denote whether he's going to go left or right by saying hook or cross. That makes sense? Any questions?
This will, of course, depend on the building we're breaching.
It will absolutely depend on the building you're breaching, yeah. So the tactic is roughly the same, but if you've got a 5-man assault squad and it's a large building, ideally you'd have space on the other side. You can put a second pair on the other side, and then you would breach in as you kind of normally would. First pair would go in, then second pair would go in. So the first pair are going to go in, and they're going to take the corners of the room. So they're going to take 2 corners of the room. They're not going to be opposite corners, because that's just going to get them killed. But they're going to make sure they've got 2 corners of the room, and once they've set there and cleared the room, the second pair would go in, and they would move through the first room into the second room, and again hold corners of the room to clear the room. So it sounds much more complicated than it is, but basically breach. Yeah, it does sound more.
Can you explain hook and cross? Because normally we would just, I would say, the first guy would say breaching left or right, and the second guy knows that
The hook,
he would...
you would just, it's hooking is in this case breaching left. You would go in and look left.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
The
you
sec-
go in,
and the second guy would in this case be covering the stair.
so you go in and hook, exactly right. And the second guy would cross. Yes, we all do this slightly differently, but it's probably about time we got some sort of consistency in how we do this. So instead of going moving left, moving right, it's easier, and I guess technically more correct, if you say hook and cross. So if you want to go left as you go in, just say hook. If you want to go right, you just cross it.
Okay.
Alright, so once you're in, you take the 2 corners of the room. The second pair go in, and they move through the first room into the second room and take the 2 corners of that room. Any questions?
I have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you decide whether to hook or to cross if you haven't seen the room yet? So in this case, the door is open, I guess. But let's say you're in front of a room that you haven't seen yet.
Well, it really is going to be personal preference of if you want to go left or right. That really is it, especially if you haven't seen the room and you can actually see quite a lot of this room. And if you can't see a room, actually we'll go into that in a minute, because there's some nice little gadgets we can use for that. But if you have seen a room, you can choose the one you want. If you haven't seen a room, then it is really up to your personal preference. It's going to make no difference until you open that door.
Alright.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
So the first person always says whether he wants to hook or cross, and that's it. And the second person just has to follow that.
Exactly. That's exactly correct. So the first person that goes in, he is controlling the situation. He's the one that's leading the breach. So whatever he says, he does, and the other opponent or the person behind him does what he does in response to that. So there is no discussion from the second person. He just follows the first one.
Yep.
I have another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the speed of movement when we go in? Like, do we go super fast or slow, or is it situational?
It is situational, but you obviously want to be weapons up and moving at full pace. You don't want to be running. You want to be weapons up but able to fire. So move at your fastest combat pace in and grab the corners. Don't run in because you can't fire.
Something to add, when the first guy goes down, don't stop.
Exactly right, that's exactly right. If your first guy goes down, do not stop, keep going in. You don't want to stop. And the first ones going in, they will draw fire if there's anyone in there as well. So the second team that moves in after them, they're the ones that can hopefully clean up any enemy. But the idea here is we clear the rooms. If we do know there's an enemy in there, well, it's going to be a slightly different procedure, which we'll go into in a minute.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
Would the first priority be to shoot the enemy or to get into that corner?
First priority is to shoot the enemy in your sector. So if you're hooking left, then make sure you shoot the enemy in your sector left. Don't spin around to someone else's sector to kill their enemy. Just be trustful that they're going to shoot him for you.
Alright.
Any other questions?
How liberal is the use of grenades and flashbangs during this situation?
Yeah, we'll do flashbangs and grenades in a minute. Really, if we know there's civilians, it will be flashbangs, which is why I've asked you to grab a few flashbangs. But we're pretty certain that there's no one in this first room. At least there might be someone upstairs. Maybe we'll do a flashbang upstairs. But let's clear the bottom first. Any other questions? Alright, assault team, let's have another two stacked up just outside here, ready to go in straight after them. Once you're ready, Breacher, you can lead the assault.
Set.
Touch track, push on.
Set.
Set. Hook.
Pushing.
Set, second team in.
Covering stairs.
Hook.
Push through them, bottom floor, clear the second room.
Clear.
Clear.
Alright, so it's simple as that. First two go in, they hold the corners. You see we've got one man holding the stairs as well. Second team go in, they push straight through the first room into the second room. They clear it, holding the corners there as well. So we know now that the bottom floor is clear. We'll have one man holding the back door, and then we're going to make an assault of the top room. So what we're going to do is stack up again with the 4 people towards the bottom of the stairs. First man, Breacher, is going to throw a flashbang up to the top, and then we're going to do the same thing again. So 2 up, secure the room upstairs, and then the next 2 up who are going to push up and then into the room. If there's a shut door, they can do a second breach on that shut door. If the doors are open, they proceed straight through into the room and clear that room. Guys, hear that in there? You all good with that?
Yep. Copy. Copy.
Alright.
Flashbang.
Flash out.
Flash.
And this building is amazing.
I think
you flash yourself through the roof.
Did it actually land upstairs, or did it just bounce on the stairs?
Probably bounce on the stairs, because we don't flash ourselves in these buildings.
Yeah.
Second floor clear.
But bounces on the walls are funny, so...
Yeah, bounces on the walls are funny, so you might want to, like, go onto the stairs, look backwards so you actually get an angle to the upstairs to throw your flashbang rather than off the walls. It's not like Counter-Strike, it doesn't bounce off a wall.
make that matter.
I hope it does. I really hope it does, because that would be good, because they tend to hit the wall and then fall to the floor.
That's... Yeah.
Alright, so as soon as you've cleared the building, you pull out, or hold the building until support comes up. It's up to you, it's up to the squad leader how he wants to do it now. So he either pulls up the support section to the outside of this building and sets for the next one, or he can pull the assault team out back to him, or however he's executing those next tactics. So that is it. It's a relatively simple process. It feels more complicated than it actually is. It's not really that complicated. It just takes a little practice to get it right and get it smooth as well, and you'll start working as a nice team. Any questions on how to breach there?
I have a question on the flashbangs.
Yeah, go ahead.
In terms of game mechanics, let's say, what are the effects exactly, and how long do they last?
I can answer this one if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
So these flashbangs you're using at the moment, I believe, are the Ace ones. There are 2 on our mod pack, and they're named identically and they look very similar, but the Ace ones are the ones that work. In this case, they go off. You should always have your earplugs in when using them, because if you're in proximity to them, you'll get pain just from like overpressure of your ears, I guess. But it just gives you pain in game if you're close to them going off. If it lands near an AI, I'd say within 10 feet or so, it will spin them the opposite direction of the flashbang. So if their flashbang lands 90 degrees to their right, it will spin them so they're looking the opposite direction, 180 degrees, just in proximity to where the flashbang went off. So if they're looking at a doorway and you flash right on that doorway, it will make them look the opposite way of the doorway, if that makes sense. And I believe it also stuns them, as in they don't react, so they don't instantly spin around as soon as they get flashed, or as soon as when they initially spin or get turned away from you. I think there's a delay mechanic before they can turn back and look where they're initially looking, and I think it's about 3 to 4 seconds.
Yeah, it's a delay animation.
That is interesting.
Yeah,
how
that's
long
exactly
do those
right.
effects last exactly?
It's somewhere between 3 and 5 seconds. It does depend on how close the flashbang lands. So you could only get like 3 seconds. You could get as much as 5 seconds. It's pretty quick. But even if it's 3 seconds, if you go up the stairs, usually the enemy is still a little bit disorientated. They're going to take a second to track you. So as soon as it goes off, you want to be moving into that room. You don't want to be leaving it another 2 or 3 seconds before you move in.
So
there used to be a nice animation of the AI like reeling around, but that's not in anymore. I'm hoping that's going to get fixed in a future update. So it kind of just looks like they're standing there, but it does work. It does flash them.
Okay, so realistically speaking, what just happened right now with the stairs, it's basically that was a wasted flash.
Absolutely. You would have to pull your assault team back and then reset again for another assault. There's that flash. If you flash yourself, then you're probably in trouble anyway.
Yeah.
You're blind like for 5 seconds and in pain forever.
Yeah.
And just to be certain on the default rules of engagement, basically grenades are authorized except when we think there's civilians in the area.
No, grenades are almost never authorized within a built-up area, unless it's specifically said beforehand that they are. So you're always free to use flashbangs. You'll only be free to use high explosive and fragmentation rounds within built-up areas if you're told by your NCO before the mission.
And I'm assuming that's relating to international law.
Exactly.
All right, got it.
Slight side question, Ross.
Yeah, go ahead.
When we update the mod pack, are we going to start using the new Ace Advanced Levels module?
That's a good question. Possibly is the answer to that. I haven't looked into it yet, so yeah, possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll look into it.
The definite possible.
It's a definite possible. Yeah, go ahead, Muzzy.
If you've got like a smaller, either a smaller room or a smaller building, like there's any around here, like that one over there, where it's really just it's a one-room building, and you just I don't know, you look in the window and you see there's about 4 enemies in there. There's no civilians. There's nothing else around it. Would that give? And let's say that's in the middle of a built-up area. Would that be cause to throw in a frag grenade?
My own personal opinion would be no, because you don't know that they haven't got a civilian under gunpoint sitting under one of the windows, so you could easily throw in a grenade and and just kill that civilian. And if you can get a grenade in somewhere, either it's through a window or a door, then why not a flashbang? It's going to do exactly the same job, and you can breach in, and you can make 100% sure you're going to nail everything in there that is hostile, and leave everything that's not hostile alive. Again, it will be adjustment call. So I mean, if like a platoon commanding officer authorizes it at the time, then that's a different matter.
Even if you practice it regularly, when you're doing breaches and stacks, there's still a hell of a lot of coordination on when you're just throwing a flashbang. So the guy ahead of you doesn't. So two of you don't throw flashbangs, or so that you don't throw a flashbang, and then have someone run in front of you and it hits the back of them. I guess you're all. At least with flashbangs, you can afford to make a mistake. A grenade doesn't discriminate.
Yeah, exactly. And those fragmentation grenades, especially the big ones, the blast radius is quite big. It really is. I mean, like a room like that, you would kill everything in it, which is what it's designed for. But it is very, like Caesar says, it's indiscriminate. So that is how we breach into a building like this with the door open. So we're going to do it with the door closed as well. And I don't know if all units have got this. I know all units don't have this, but something that the Grenadier has especially is, let's say there's no windows. Let's say we can't actually see inside this room at all. The little tool that the Grenadier has under the ACE options is a mirror that will go under the door, and it will allow you to have a look inside. I don't know if anyone's played with that before. Breach, you played with that before?
Yeah, but there's no option for this door.
There's no option for this door?
No, I don't get any interactions.
Frag? I thought you needed a monitor for that.
I thought it was a frag, would have gone off by now.
Ninja.
Yeah.
Please don't throw things.
Yeah, there is no ace option.
You don't have a monitor in the kit for the mirror, so.
Good. Breacher, step back. Ninja, just run up the door. See if you have it. So I know you have it on your kit.
I have it on the other one, I think.
Grenadiers definitely have it because I tried it.
Yeah,
earlier.
I know I have it because
you
I
can do it.
just played with it in the
You could do it. It's other? Is it self or other?
It's self-interaction, but you need to activate something on the options of ACE. It's not on by default.
No, I could do it on the base with the door on the barricades.
Oh, I wonder if it's just you. We've got another Grenadier.
I'll try.
Yeah, have a go.
Though I never knew this existed, so. Oh, hang on. There's a door interaction mirror under.
That one.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh,
there
this
you
is
go.
cool.
So he gets a little screen in front of him, and on his screen he'll actually get like an iPad basically, which shows him the interior of the room, and then he can use the WASD keys to actually turn that camera around so he can get a good view of exactly what is inside of that room. So it's a nice way for your Grenadier to be able to get a little sneak peek of what's inside the room before he breaches in. So if you haven't got any windows and you don't know what the room looks like, this is a nice way. And it doesn't actually alert the AI inside either, so as long as the AI are just sitting in there and they can't see you, they don't know that there's a mirror under the door.
Mars?
Yeah.
I will just add, it makes one hell of an annoying noise when you move it.
Yeah, oh yeah, it does. It's not the slickest of things in the world, but it is a nice little tool.
Should definitely not use it in PvP, because then
Why the hell I
definitely
don't
instantly
have it
know
now?
where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do make a lot of noise.
Question: why don't I have it? I mean, I had it on the base, and now it's gone.
Pass. I don't know.
But isn't that
Dark report.
extremely dangerous, though? I mean, I have seen the AI shoot people through doors.
Oh, if they know you're there, they'll shoot you. Absolutely, they'll
Yeah,
shoot
you
you
have
through
to be
doors.
very quiet.
They'll shoot you through walls and all the rest of it. But if you're quiet, if you're coming up to especially a back door that's got no windows, it's worth a go to have a look what's inside the room, see if there is any AI, an enemy sitting there, or just get a view of what the room is like, so you know how to breach in. Just a nice little thing.
Yeah.
Oh, mine is on the self interaction. I think the door interaction.
Yeah, it's under self. Yeah,
Yeah, it's on
I thought Ninja said that.
Okay, that is wrong.
So I think it's just the Grenadier. I don't think anyone else has the option, but I think it's just the Grenadier. But it is a nice way. So what we're going to do is we'll do the breach again. Let's have a different team up here. Who wants a crack at this? Stab. Stab.
I don't know if Stab's. I think he might be still here for AFK.
That's right. No, I'm here. Just
Oh, there he is.
plenty of others.
Blade, well volunteered. You're up.
Do you need a grenadier?
If you got one.
We do not.
No grenadier.
Right, does
All
that
right.
set up?
Alright,
Blue team on me.
Let's do a breach. Let's have a little look in the room first, and then when you open the door, let's gonna flashbang it and then go in. So, second man.
Red team gets stacked. Obi, do you want to take them?
I think it might be a butterfly that's opening shutting their door actually.
Just in case any of Dusak is still on this channel, you might want to head back to channel 4.
So, second man is going to open the door. Grenadier is going to throw in the flashbang, and then he's going to breach it.
You take Red for now, please.
Red team second door, Mozzie up front.
What's he set?
AHM, you should be up there too, you're ready.
I think I'm gonna sit this one out. You know, leave it to the experts.
This is the whole reason we use the practice to get up there.
Alright.
Oh! It's draining.
Dang. Stab you on the 32nd pair and I'm reaching the number.
Mozzie was set.
Couldn't hear any of that, did
Under the door.
I said do you want me to go the second pair once they're done clearing the front door for the next interaction?
Red team is stat. You're clearing the room, preparing to breach. 2 minutes. Room clear. Red team, it's blue team. We are breaching the door. Breaching.
Right.
Covering stairs.
That's it. Second team, move in.
Jay, move in. Let's go.
Clear through. Clear into the second room.
Go. Room clear. You're right. Clear. Room clear. Pull back. Gate on the door. Lead through. Right, let's try the flashbang better this time. 1 second.
Can we get it right now?
What? Pushing.
Lovely.
Nice.
With
Very
people
nice.
turning away for it.
Checking.
Taking the right.
Pressure clear.
Room's clear.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which is red team. Buildings clear. Falling back. Roger that, command.
Alright, nice demonstration. Piece of cake. Yes, the hello guy. You had a question.
What's the safe range of a flash grenade? It's like, is there a certain radius you're safe of it?
I'm sure there is, but I don't know off the top of my head. That's for sure.
Can you stand near
well,
that building over there?
Caesar knows. Caesar, you got a fictive range of.
He disconnected.
It's probably around 15 meters, say 10-15 meters.
About 10-15 meters. Okay.
But anyways, flash grenades, you don't really need a radius because you're going to throw it in a room. You're not going to use them on open ground.
Yeah, that is true.
Would it help
one more
if you...
question. Sorry?
Sorry. Would it help if you turn around?
In this game, I don't think it does, no. So it's a concussion. So I don't think it's necessarily the flash, it's more the concussion wave that affects you.
I just asked Caesar, he says under 10 meters.
Under 10 meters, okay. Mozzie, you got a question?
Yeah, I was just, what does the check door thing on the ace interaction do?
It checks whether the door is locked or not. Now, nothing on this is locked, but you can actually lock the door with the ace interaction menu as well. You can wedge the door with a ace interaction menu, so you can check if the door's locked, so that you don't just hit the handle or make a load of noise with the door not opening, because someone on the other side is going to fire a load of rounds through it. So that's what it does, but it's pretty useless in the environment that we use it in.
Alright.
There's also a lockpick, so if you do come up with a locked door, or someone has locked it, you can pick the lock. But yeah, again, it's not something that we're going to use.
Okay.
Alright, any other questions?
Stacking. I have a question about stacking. How long should it take to stack?
Ideally, you want to get it pretty quickly. I mean, it should be relatively fluid movement. So as your assault team moves in, they should be moving in. One should grab the window, 2 on the door, another 2 ready to go in. You say breach, in you go. You're through.
How do I know?
It should be seconds.
How do I know that I'm the first guy? How do I know that the second guy, third guy, fourth guy are ready?
Well, that's up to
Also
your
set
2 IC.
Yeah, I know. I'm just asking because for others.
For others, then once you're into position, you're ready. You should say set, just like we saw a minute ago, and then when your 2 IC hears that everyone's set, he should give the command to breach. So basically, your what you want to do is A, get into position, say set, and B, wait for your squad leader. That's it. That's all you have to do. So 2 ICs, you want to be waiting for everyone to say set, and then executing that breach. Alright, that's it. Any other questions? Cool. Alright, well, we've got a little while, so why don't we just all split up, grab yourself a building. Let's see if you can move your teams in, squad leaders. Make sure you can isolate the buildings and do some clearances. Let's get a little bit of practice in on this, what we've learned. So let's meet back at the vehicles in half an hour.
Arrow on Phil.
Wait on me. Alright, so back to channel
Cutlass on me.
We can go through the actually being inside a little bit slower.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Like after we've reached, we should go through that a little bit slower.
Yeah. No, everybody just go blue. I guess we'll do one team.
Okay.
Let's take that building over there. This building has 2 entry doors. So let's stack 2 on one, 3 on the other. Steve, you as 2 IC, you'll lead this. Set it up.
So, guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's just enter from one door.
Really bad.
Grenadier. And
Yeah,
in
copy.
a
Yep,
practical sense,
I'm Grenadier.
we're going to be approaching from one side.
Yep.
I don't know who should go in second, I guess. Marrying.
Oh wait, guys, my connection is really bad at the moment.
Yeah,
I keep
copy
losing
that.
connection, so.
You probably want the rifleman in, so we're all riflemen, so that's doesn't matter who's second.
Okay.
We're Grenadier with a flashbang and a rifleman to check. Yeah, there's
I don't like
no.
this building, because in a practical sense, approaching it, I already tell if it's clear. Because once you get up on the door, you've already seen the entire
Alright, I think
floor.
I'm back. I think I have a connection.
There's a
Yeah, copy.
bunch of windows and a balcony.
Nope.
So do I try and find a different building then, or should we just use our imagination?
They'll do it.
Just set it up and do
+1
it.
for imagination. Okay.
Yeah.
Diamond Dog. I want you to line up for it here.
Or on this
So
side,
you'd
okay.
be covered from every angle. And then second person, whoever it is, that across from it. Yep.
So should we...
And Diamond,
Mhm.
you decide whether you're going to hook or cross.
Okay.
Mary? Yeah, you
Yeah.
unlocked our second team in.
Yep.
Just set for that.
The rest of us, let's say we approach from this way, we could just wait here. Because it's already cover, and we can run over it.
Okay. Reaching. Crossing.
So you need to be right up next to him as he goes in.
Then you let us know the ground floor's clear, and then the rest of us move in.
Ground floor clear.
Then each take a door. Peek around and shit. Clear.
You slip fast.
It's a bit tight.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Alright.
You have us, yeah. Okay, so first team clears to the first floor. Second team goes up in this situation because there's no second room to clear, so then they stay upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, so
Let's set up again. Do it again.
Okay.
T-Dog, I want you to imagine that the door's closed this time and you wanna flash in.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, set.
So Stormy here will open the door for you. You will flash in, and Stormy will close the door again immediately after you throw in the flash. But yeah, that's probably not gonna work right here. But
I'll probably flashbang myself, but...
yeah,
Close your eyes.
probably will. But
Yeah, close my eyes.
let's test the concussion thingy.
Yeah,
see if
sure.
It works turning around.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Steve, when you're ready.
Opening door. Door open.
Flashbang.
Door closed.
Breaching.
Door wasn't open.
Oh! I walked through the door. Sorry.
Keep on going.
Okay.
Let us know when the floor is clear.
Ground floor clear.
and then move straight to the stairs.
The what?
Marin, you were too fast up the stairs. You left Steve behind downstairs, and you were already across the corner when Steve started going up. So just slow it down, wait until Steve's on your back, and then you both go up at once. So he needs to see where the bullets are coming from. If
what we could do is I could just tap you on the shoulder when I'm set on the stairs.
yeah, you can do that,
Could you
or you
tap me
can
on the
just say
shoulder
ready
once,
or
huh?
set. Okay, let's set again.
Set up and do it again.
Yeah, well done, guys. What I would say is when you open the door and throw the flashbang in, don't shut the door again. Because it's going to take you a second to reopen it, which is just going to delay your getting in. So just throw it nice and inside where it's not going to do you any issues, and then breach it.
Copy. Okay, set up, guys.
Wait, one second.
Just
So-
imagine the stun grenade this time.
Alright, just... okay.
Yeah.
So wait,
flash
but
yourself.
one question.
Yeah.
Before I run up the stairs, Before I run up the stairs, should I say set or should I say something and wait?
You should.
Since you're first, I'll see that you're set.
Yeah.
So
you'll
then,
wait for
since you
Steve's
can't
go.
see me, I tell you that I'm set.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you're ready. Come on. Let's do it.
Should we wait for the order from Steve, or will I just...
Yes, Steve's 2 ICs. Yeah.
We're set.
Go.
Opening door.
Flashbang out. Bang. Breaching. Crossing. Ground floor clear.
Nice.
Bet.
You wanna
This wall right here, as you turn in. Because there could be someone on the balcony, or there could be someone right around this main wall right. Because if you come flying around and let's see a guy waiting for you like this, you're probably dead.
Good. Let's line up. Your last line. And Steve would go here, along this way.
The opposite
Yeah.
wall. You just hug the wall. So you only have to worry about half the room.
Let's see if we can find a building with an actual door on now. Okay.
Bet let's remove into a new building.
Octor, you had your back to the flashbang. Did it actually affect you in any way?
A little bit of pain, but no blindness.
Alright.
Because the bang part of it still gets you. Like the volume.
The sound rather than the
Yeah.
blinding.
Yeah. I love the guy who asked, like, do flashbangs have a fall off? And he's like, no, it's like the light of the eternal sun going in the middle of the Greek. Doesn't matter where you stand on this green wall, it will burn your retinas out. This fucking radiant. Imagine that someone throws a flashbang and like a jet just comes down.
It's affected by the curvature of the Earth.
Okay. Set for this building done.
For a brief second, the
Do
big second.
you want me to just be Grenadier again, or someone else should have a go?
Yeah,
Or
you're Grenadier, so
alright.
we need your flashbangs.
Okay, set.
Alright, so the first three, I want you on both windows, looking in. We shouldn't need to stun for this. Into the first room.
No, first room, no
Well,
stun.
no, because you can't see the far corners. I mean, people can still hide, but
Where should I be now?
Yeah. You're still on the second team with Steve, so
Let's,
follow Steve. Alright.
Well,
You probably want to
Okay.
flash into the second room upstairs.
climb and left, just let me go right as soon as you open this. Or take the door and then push forwards to the next door once we know it's clear.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just step in before you.
Now remember, if you see that prick, that yellow thing floating over his head.
Oh,
drop it.
don't worry about it. Look, I got him in my sights.
Marion, can you watch behind us?
Are you going to open the door, Slimy, or do you want me to do it?
Then I'll let you know when we're
I
moving.
can open.
Cool.
Yep.
I can't really interact with it from where I am.
Is no one pieing the door before we go in?
No one was, hey? Fine.
Open, right, stay still. Slowly open the door. Hold your angles.
Opening.
Hold your angles, don't go anywhere. Okay, so if I move round like this now, behind you guys, right? So, Diamond, if you tuck in further, so you're out of sight of anybody inside. If I step round like this, I can see Zezek in the corner. I can keep going round. I can see the other corner. And then I tuck back in behind Stoimy. And I say, looks clear, and then we go in.
Seems like a good idea. What do you think, Zezek?
I mean, that's the way we were always taught to do it.
Yep, do that.
Because it just takes like 3 or 4 seconds longer, but like I can see the back corner, so if I needed to, I could kill him. And I can see the door here, I can see the corner there. Like there's no reason not to.
Yeah,
And then I
no,
go
that's
like
a
pie
really
complete,
good idea.
set, Stoimy, go in. Because Stoimy, as you step forwards, you're already going to be looking to the right of the door, so you're going to go in and diagonal to the. So you're going to end up on the opposite side to where you started.
Yep.
So Diamond go in first. So step in and go left. Stormy instantly goes in and goes right. Okay, go.
Breaching.
Because you're already looking in those directions. Yep. Take your corners. Say room clear. I push up to the next door. We reset. So Diamond step behind me. And if I open this door now, so opening door.
Now do you want me to go
Diamond.
around you? Yeah.
Go round, go round.
I suppose I probably don't need to walk it actually. Looks clear.
Okay, and then I'll go in and go right. I'll be like right clear. And Stormy runs in and goes left. Although in this instance we should probably go left first because the staircase is the bigger threat.
Take the
Holding the stairs.
Second team command.
Okay. So Stormy take the door, Diamond take the window, I'll get ready.
Second team's inside.
Watch the window from there for Diamond. So
Alright.
leave the stairs clear for the other guy.
No worries.
To open the door in this situation.
No, you wanna have less less angles.
But you see, the thing is, I don't think we need 6 people to clear a building. 2 3-man teams is more than enough.
Probably how they wanna do it, so.
It's also retarded.
Yeah.
Walker
So
doesn't hold
practice
back,
something
like
else.
he tells it how it is.
Like, I've been in a group chat with all of Vegas, and we think it's retarded.
Steve, are you coming?
Yeah, I'm in the other room.
Yeah, you're second team, you're taking the upstairs. In this situation you probably want to take the dog with you and flash up the stairs.
Or something.
It's
okay,
excessive.
never mind.
This is all excessive. Look, hang on.
Yeah, we can just.
One person goes up
Really
the stairs
quickly.
backwards, right? Like, I can hear Zezek from here. If there's anybody on the balcony, you can get them. Right? Second person follows me. I get to here. Okay. One person stacks opposite me. One person checks the window in the balcony. Right? And then we open the door, and we either flash in and pie it or pie it. So someone flashes in, and then we rush in, or we take it slow and we pie it. Like, it only needs 3 people, and we don't need to rely on flashbangs. It's excessive. Like, plus you're going to be out of flashbangs after a single house, so you've got to learn to do it without.
I think as well, if we're clear, well I mean, look at the mission we did on Sunday, the size of the area we had to clear. If we were breaching every single building like this, we'd still be probably in that mission. It takes a long time.
Yep. No, 2 to 3-man teams is probably what we're gonna deal with this.
You put the AURs on Overwatch with the squad leader coordinating, and you send 2 teams of 3 out, because that uses all 9 men there. You've got your street covered, so no one's getting in or out the front or back of the buildings. So you get your main routes covered. You've got your squad leader sitting back, coordinating, overseeing, maybe even on the map checking, like marking off which houses are being checked. Then you have your 3 IC lead one squad, your 2 IC lead the other squad, and you just have 2 3-man teams, because you go stack either side. Whichever side has 2, the person at the back pies round. You go in, you go to the next door, and you just logically clear it. And after you've cleared a room, just close the door, just shut off what you've already done. I don't think we need to use 7 people and 3 flashbangs per building.
And it gets crowded as well. Like, you start bumping into people and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it's like downstairs. Like, I had to move out of the way to let Steve through, to get through the door, and then you had to back up so we could get up the stairs.
For this building, it's probably good with 3. For that building it was in the last time, a 5-man team can clear it effectively, but not in this building. This building is way too small.
Oh, the only time you need a full team is if you're clearing like a warehouse or something, or a compound.
Yeah.
Any single individual 2-story building in armor, apart from like big warehouses, can be cleared effectively by 3 people. Every single one.
Do we have
Thing
any
to do.
warehouses close by?
There's a place marked as factory on the map. I assume it is a warehouse.
It's a couple of 100 meters. No point.
No. Let's just reset, try the 3-man team, as we did first. Let's go.
Yeah, but it'll be the other 3-man team, because me,
Yeah.
Stormy and Diamond have done it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Let's critique them, guys.
Close the doors behind you as well. Actually, I'll go do it.
Okay.
Still wanna have D-Dog with you?
No.
Go in there.
No, just let them do it.
Good
Just
evening.
let them do it without D-Dog, because they all need experience.
Right.
I think everyone gets some flashbangs though, don't they?
No.
Everyone gets
Same as
one,
first
Grenadier
man
gets 2.
Alright, okay.
Second man, drone security. Just because I want to see how Two-Face has the rifle to deal with. So, let's use this left-hand building first.
Are you using 3-man teams?
The white one?
Are you doing it the old way?
I'm using one 5 team to do it the new way.
That's the
And I don't have enough people to do it the new way with the other team.
Yeah, but...
Yes, ready?
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Your window. Set.
Get lost on me.
Reaching left.
Reaching right. Stairs.
You heard Will's reaction. He agreed.
Yeah.
Does he even have a door? Here it is.
Yep.
Yeah. We're entering from the backside. Okay, Steve.
Actually,
Your first man in.
give me a second, says it.
Copy.
I'm gonna try something.
Are you gonna shoot at us, Lockner?
Oh, no. I'm just gonna hide somewhere and decide whether I could have killed you in time or not. So.
Okay,
I found him.
Steve, you're first. Marin, you're second. I'm last. Let's go. Set. Go.
Gonna hook.
Ground floor here.
First room
Set for
clear.
breach.
Not ground. Bang. Bang, bang,
Yeah.
bang. Okay.
Just shoot him, for fuck's sake. Give him a bullet. Okay, Marin set for the second room. He's gonna hold the stairs. We're gonna clear the second room. You set?
Set.
Got it. Breaching. Room clear. Set for stairs.
Stairs.
Holding
Going
back.
backwards. Bang, bang, bang.
Shoot him. Put a bullet in.
Look, you don't need. As long as you take it logically, like, if I'm hiding in the back corner, whoever buys that room should be able to get in. So, like, close the door, imagine the door's closed, stack up as wood.
Across.
Yep.
So one person opens the door, the other person steps out and round.
What? Open the door.
It's the
Bang.
you'd get shot. You want to be back here. You should not be able to see inside that room. You should be here. You should be able to see inside that room. And the person behind you steps out and round. If you're here and the door opens, behind here, my first reaction. Just
Not
get
a
that.
fucking nuke.
Okay.
Okay, we got that.
So I
Set
should
for
be able to
breach.
see you until you're all ready. So open it.
I can't open it if I'm backwards shot.
Good.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, there you go. Ow.
Sorry. I'm surprised that didn't kill you. Apparently
It's in the
it
arm.
did not.
That's right.
I was aiming for your head.
Or should we both look for this?
So yeah, like as he pies round, that's when you kind of peek. So as he steps past you, that's when you peek, and then you've got one high, one low. As long as the person behind keeps his aim up, and you don't stupidly step out like fire. Because the alternative is you open the door and you're sitting here like this. If there's a guy there, like you are right now, he hears the door open and he just holds the trigger down. Like, he's not worried whether it's a civilian. Like, because you've got to think, is it a civilian? Where is he in the room? He's just going to point there and pull the trigger. So.
And Steve, to answer your question, or I'm not sure who it was, but the guy who sits on this side will go straight in this way. The other one, the other one. Yeah, he will cross.
Cross
both cross?
Yeah, because you're
already holding that.
Looking that way. True. So instead of you going in and round like this, you say, so the person behind says it's clear, you stick your head out and go, okay, I think right's clear. This guy goes, yeah, left looks clear, and then he goes in, the other go, and he sits there. There could be someone behind the door, so the guy heading to the right will go in first.
That's sufficient?
Because if the person going to the left goes first line here, that can be like straight back his head.
Yeah. But other questions, please?
Yes.
Yep. Get out of here.
Zizek shot me.
You probably deserved it, Lockter.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine.
I just shot him in the arm. Wanted to make it realistic. Okay, let's head back to the vehicles. Or is there any questions? Anything we haven't covered?
Nope. Thing I want to add is for when we're clearing a town and we close this building. One thing we should make sure we do is sit in the top windows for a couple seconds just to see if we can spot any contacts before we move on.
Yeah, that's usually what I do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about marking it on the map as well? What ones you've cleared?
I guess when I move over to support team, I'll mark him as you go.
Cool.
Yeah. Because that's not something you want to worry about. You're clearing buildings and you need to mark. And just focus on clearing buildings. Okay, let's move back to the vehicles. I think it's this one.
Grenade throw is on double G. Yeah, exactly. And that's also why we select in case you accidentally.
Jeez, just totally opposite way.
Ooh.
That was a grenade.
Someone did not throw a flashback.
That frag grenade?
No, that was not. That was
Sounded like a
frag
mine or
grenade.
IED or something.
That was bigger than a frag grenade. That was a satchel charger of mine.
Maybe Mars put an IED in a building just to catch someone off guard.
Someone breached with the car, Gustav.
Okay, I'm lost. Where the fuck is the vehicles?
Where's the what?
Vehicles. Should be 100 meters this way.
Right here.
Oh, there you go.
Fuck. Any of you guys watch Band of Brothers?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You know that bit at the start when Sobel gets them all lost in the woods and they all like mutiny against him because they think he's going to get them killed?
Oh yeah.
That's us right now.
Yep.
Mars, did you know that you're glowing red?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you know that when you run, it looks like you've got a disco in your backpack?
I have.
Yeah. Okay.
They don't call him Captain Rave for nothing. Are your raving days behind you now, Mars?
Yeah,
Or you
long
still-
gone, mate.
still are?
Long
Oh,
gone.
you're not out
Thankfully,
to...
as well.
What do you mean, thankfully? You miss it, you know you do.
On
Arrow
some
in the back
level,
truck.
maybe. Maybe. I think it's a case of been there, done that.
Do you remember any of it?
Some? Is that good or bad?
Negative.
Both.
Depends what happened.
Well, that's true.
See you going for max effect laser on glow stick on your head.
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah, it looks cool.
It gives out the least light I've ever seen.
Because I am a sun.
It's basically that. Lit up like a beacon.
Your glow stick's yellow, but the light is red.
I know. Doesn't work, does it?
What up, Cutlass?
Your Banks has gone out.
Steve drive.
I had a supernova.
There's a vehicle first, nice.
I'm getting kicked out of the cabin, so... No, it's okay, we can... It's fine. No, you get in, let's do this right, go comfortable.
Cutlass ball and ready.
I'll grab a vehicle first. You just get with the navigating. I really good advice against that.
Oh, I know. I genuinely think, wait a minute, you got that wrong, don't I? Oh, wait, no.
Let's all out, mind our vehicles.
Yeah, just get out of the way. Shield.
That's
Poopy.
Have you seen the dragon in the kitchen?
Wait, what are you doing?
Dragon in the kitchen. The dragon's
some
playing
skin, bro.
power with us.
Hold on. Which one is it?
Greenie, you should stop using crack.
What, do you push me out of the way there? Like, push me out of the line.
Hey, you there, boy.
What the hell are you doing?
Hey. Do, 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 do. Sit down in front.
Fucking nice patch you have, Wilhelm.
Alright guys, well done. Thank you very much for attending Wednesday training. I hope you found some of what we've done today in Gambler helpful. I know a lot of you guys have done this a million times before and I've probably bored the absolute pants off you, but it's nice to get some sort of baseline at least for some of our new members and be able to drill some of this so we get back to like an even kill between all our squads if we possibly can. So if you have done this before, if you did find it boring, then I apologise, but like I say, hopefully this is good for some of our new members and new teams that we put together. Just so Talon knows, because I know Vegas were helping us a bit today, we were doing CQB drills and movement in built up areas. So that's it. Talon, what have you been up to tonight?
So we initially started out in Chinook, just to get a bit of work in there, and then we moved on to artillery in practice for Sunday's mission. So we did a bit of annihilation of enemy targets and also some smoke screens. Should we need that on Sunday as well? And finalised with some fast drop practice. Should we need that on Sunday as well? So kind of a mission version. Quite a lot done to that.
Nice, artillery sounds pretty cool. Looking forward to that on Sunday. Reminder, mission post is up. It's DevCon's mission this Sunday, so please sign up for it. Book your space. It's going to be a really good mission. Last reminder, leaders meeting